So I'm thinking now that it's cognitive dissonance. This is a real effect where people have a certain worldview, they're confronted with evidence which conflicts with the worldview, so they have dissonance, conflict in their minds. What's generally done, instead of changing your worldview, which you may have held your entire life, you dismiss the evidence, and along with that, you dismiss the authorities that may have provided the evidence.
We have 3 former members of the Air Force and Robert Hastings, who's looked into this for a long time. What's your thought?
Well, in the skeptical world, in science, we look at claims. We look at individual claims. So I noticed that we looked at the intro of your show and stuff. There's several UFO incidents all mixed together. But let's talk about the one in 1967, right? This is your problem at Malmstrom Air Force in Montana. So the nuclear missiles went down, right? So if you go look at the documents that these guys have offered, if I understand it, as evidence, you look at some, and you don't have to read it, but you see there's something blacked out, okay? Redacted. That's a guy's home address. They don't want you to publish your home address. Here's one with a whole bunch of people's office phone numbers and stuff, and it looks spooky and scary. Well, it looks spooky and scary. But it turns out that that day, or the day before, the power had gone out in some of the chiller units, the air conditioning, okay? And Boeing was called out. Boeing makes a Minuteman missile because all of these things went down.
So the man who called him and said he saw something outside, he didn't see something.
Well, let me just say, when you see something, a lot of people see something. And a lot of people see things that are really they can't identify, but that doesn't mean they were, it's quite a leap.
So you're saying it's a coincidence. This guy thought he saw something, and the missiles go out.
And then you talk to people who are there, and it's very compelling. And these documents, just while you address this,
let them respond.
Well, when you respond, address that one of the officers suspected that somebody had been drinking. Along with that, you dismiss the authorities that may have provided the evidence. Okay.
I never heard that.
So
I never heard that claim
that
anybody was drinking. Let me say, first of all, the missile shutdowns had nothing to do with power failure. There is triple redundancy on power. We've got Montana Power, we've got backup generator, we've got batteries.
Just quite a step to say there's a film with remarkable images on it that the CIA confiscated.
Which I saw and which they did.
Yeah, which is quite a step from there to say it was definitely a spacecraft from another civilization. That's the leap that the skeptical community is reluctant to take.
Hey, pal, listen to me. I didn't say it was a spaceship from another civilization. I said it was something in the air that we couldn't identify. Therefore, it was an unidentified flying object. It was shaped like 2 saucers put together with a golf ball on top, and it fired a beam that we assumed was a plasma beam at a dummy warhead and knocked it out of space. Tell me what happened. Tell me who did that. Tell me in 1964 who had that technology, pal. Not us, and not the Russians, and nobody I know of.